Hey, good morning. It's the 16th of April. It's I think it's maybe 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta tell you, it's possibly the most favorite time that I have in my life. Um, Same backyard that I show. There's the grill. I'm gonna give you something that I should have told you or explained to you a long time ago, but I'm gonna do it now. One of the biggest mistakes we make as average men is comparing our lives to somebody else. Now, we all are different. None of us are equal. None of us are built the same. Some people are gifted physically or mentally or however else or both. And to compare yourself to somebody else is probably one of the biggest mistakes you can make in your life. Um, all you can do is live your life. You should never compare your life to somebody else because it's different. The way you go through life has nothing to do with anybody else. I'm being quiet because it may sound dumb, but I feel like being respectful to the quiet and to the people that live in the community that I live. But the biggest mistake you can make in your life is to compare yourself to somebody else. You're unique. We are all unique. Um, you don't know anybody anything. I don't know anybody anything. Here's another thing. You stay away from these fucking scammers. These people that are trying to extract money out of you for what? Anybody who's telling you you have to like and subscribe because it benefits them, how's that helping you as a man? You know what? There's nothing wrong with you as a man being selfish. There's nothing wrong with you as a man doing what you have to do. But I think one of the traps we all get sucked into as young men is comparing our lifestyle to somebody else. As you get older, these guys that live what they call the baller lifestyle, they're driving around and they're doing this and doing that. They live check to check for the most part. And all their, I'm never going to be one of the top 10% of men. Never in my life. I'm physically tall, but I'm not physically gifted. Look, don't compare yourself. Live your own life. The only thing you have to do to be successful is you have to have some plans and then work your plan. Your first plan should always be, when do I want to get out of the fucking rat race? And I guarantee you, that's the most important plan of your life. When do I want to retire? And how do I want to live the rest of my life in retirement? Unless you die young, you have to prepare for that part of your life. And you don't ever want, listen to me, you don't ever want to be at someone else's mercy when you're older in your life as a man. Nobody gives less of a fuck about anything than a man. So, your first plan should be, when do I want to retire? And don't compare your lifestyle to some celebrity or some professional sports athlete or something. That's not our lives. Our lives are not that. But I guarantee you our lives keep the power on, keep people fed, keep people, make them healthy, get them, help them fix their injuries. Man, there's nothing wrong with being a gray man. It's a pretty fucking nice life, especially when you have a plan. Don't compare yourself to anybody else on planet Earth. Don't look at their lifestyle and think, oh, yeah, that's the way I want to live my life. Nah, you're unique. You're worth the effort, but you have to put in the work. Put in the work. Make a plan. Your first plan is always, when do I want to get out of the rat race? When do I want to retire? That's your first plan. And once you decide on a time frame, you have picked a benchmark, a goal. And after you have done that, a lot of the other things that seem like hard decisions kind of fall away. Um, I picked age 50 that I wanted to retire. And I knew what I didn't want to. You don't want to be a gangster. You don't want to be a bad boy. That life has no retirement. You don't live in a concrete block, concrete box. Um, I can't. One of the most enjoyable things I do, and I have, and what I think us average men, who are 70-80% of the population, is being able to manage my own time. I wanted to, by the age of 50, wanted to be able to have control of my time. That was it. And in order for me to do that, I had to have a good career. I had to have benefits, medical care. This may not seem like a big deal to anybody else, but it's a big deal to me. I cannot tell you the difference between living in like a city where there's noise and sirens and all of that, as opposed to living here. It's quiet. This is a family-oriented city, El Paso is. Um, uh, the only bad guy that's living here is me. And I'm reformed, so I'm not a bad guy anymore. So, do yourself a favor. Live your personal life. Do not ever compare yourself to someone else. You don't need that car. You don't need that extra big house. You don't need that flashy watch, the super pair of shoes or clothes or any of that stuff. You don't need any of that shit. What you need to do is get out. Get out and control your time. I can tell you, I have a very good life. But you have to have a plan. When do you want to get out? Make a plan. I would tell you that, I will tell you that if you compare yourself to somebody else, that's just a fallacy. That's not your life. You can't live somebody else's life. And if you try to do that, you're going to frustrate yourself and make yourself unnecessarily unhappy. It may sound stupid or cliche or anything else, but the simple things as you get older, being able to live in a good neighborhood, being able to have your own stuff, being able to control your time. And I'm talking about doing whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm not talking about getting on your private jet or helicopter. Now, here's another thing. They'll never tell you about those kind of lifestyles. There's a helicopter coming in. I'm not gonna have a flashback. But you can hear it coming in. So if you're a baller and you have all of this money and I have a substantial amount of money, at some point in time, if you try to live that lifestyle, you have to involve other people in your life because your life is bigger than it's supposed to be. So you have to have other people in your life to maintain your homes, your properties, um, to make sure your schedule is on time, to make sure your media presence is taken care of. I guarantee you, us gray men, it's a very, very, very good life. A very, very good life. But you have to have a plan. Your first plan is always, when do I want to retire? When do I want to just get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm gonna here. It's Saturday. I think it's the 16th of April. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow's um, the 17th, and that is I'll be going to church as all. Anyways, um, I just can't tell you. It's worth it. It's worth the effort. You're worth the effort, but don't frustrate yourself by trying to ever compare yourself to somebody else. None of us average men, as they call us, and they like to call us that, man. And you know what I gotta say to all you fucking scammers? Fuck you. Fuck you. Us average men make everything that you take advantage of work. So, fuck you. Um, just live your own life. Have your own plan. Don't compare your life to anybody else. What the fuck does a watch, a $5,000 watch sitting on your wrist, gonna do for you? It's gonna feed you. It's gonna pay your bills. It's gonna have somebody love you and take care of you. Fuck no, it's not. You don't owe the world anything. Fuck the world. Take care of yourself. Stay safe and healthy. Look out for each other if you can. If you can't, you take care of yourself. You deserve it. Like a fart in a G string. From a very nice place in West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye bye.